Shane, nice to see you at this luxury building for your 73 questions.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Great. What's the address?
It's 15 West 96th Street.
And how many units are for sale?
There are 21 units total, 20 for sale, and only 9 left.
Wow.
Do you want to come in and see it?
Yeah,
Let's
we'd
go.
love to. I hear an accent. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Ireland, a little small fishing village called Killybegs.
Nice. And your favorite
Come on
thing
in.
about America?
My favorite thing about America is the opportunity.
We love that.
Hi.
What was your
Hi
first
guys,
job?
how
Good
we
to see
doing?
you.
Yeah, you too. How you doing? Good to see you.
And what was your first job?
Oh, my first job was laboring in a construction company for titanium. Shout out to Tony O'Donnell for giving me my first start, but brutal work.
Nice. Your best part about your job now?
The people. They were clients that we just sold to in the building, and it's just people and relationships and networking. How beautiful is this elevator, by the way?
It's so nice. Very luxury. Biggest career lesson?
Patience. Nobody teaches you patience, and it's so hard to learn. But I've learned to be patient.
We do need patience. What's your favorite deal you've ever done?
Too tough of a question. I would say maybe the one at 874 Broadway where Taylor Swift shot some of our album artwork in it. It probably took me over 2 years to sell, but very rewarding.
And what apartment are we heading to right now?
We're heading to the penthouse.
Nice.
Yeah, it's there we go. It's a what is it? A 5-bedroom. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you? Doing some paint work? Amazing. Oh, perfect. Come on in.
Always busy up here.
Always busy, yes. So it's a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath duplex with the most spectacular views of the whole city and Central Park.
How do you start your day?
I start my day usually with a rude awakening wake-up call from my toddler at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock if we're lucky.
Early wake up. Coffee or tea?
I used to be a big coffee drinker. Now I'm trying to switch it up because it's staining my teeth. So I'm drinking Celsius at the minute, but everybody's telling me it's not too good for you.
Yes, be careful with that.
Yeah.
What's one of your most used apps?
Instagram, probably. Yeah, I had to set limits on Instagram to not be on it so much.
Buying or renting?
Buying, always. But, if you're not going to be in a specific location for too long or you're unsure about the location, renting may make sense.
Best time to buy?
When you find the right place, you can't time the market.
And best time to sell?
Best time to sell. Selling is maybe a little bit more of a difficult decision because you have to make sure that the numbers are right. But it's usually a life change. You have to sell for you're either upgrading or downgrading.
Biggest market trend?
AI. Yeah, AI is trying to take over the world.
Mm-hmm. Interest rates up or down?
Stagnant.
Okay. City or suburbs?
Why choose? Have both.
Great answer. Best real estate investment?
One that makes you happy. Yeah, one that makes you happy and that you use and enjoy and can enjoy.
Hot market right now?
Hot market. I try to not let the market dictate on how things are doing. With New York, there's always trades. There's always selling going on and buying.
Well, with that fastest growing neighborhood?
I focus primarily on the Upper West Side, and the Upper West Side usually always does so well. If I was to pick something, downtown always performs really well as well. Lower East Side is emerging to a lot of new development.
Mm-hmm. Next big real estate trend?
Biggest real estate, I'm not sure. If I did, I'd be a very rich man.
That's true. First step for buyers?
Speak to a lender and a broker. Yeah, make sure that you can afford to buy and then just get a feel for the market. You can never start early enough.
First step for sellers?
Prep, lots of prep work. Again, you can never start early enough. Interview brokers, get a variety of opinions, and start to really present your apartment in the best possible light.
Common buyer mistake?
Common buyer mistake, trying to get the number that you think is the right number, and not listening to what you actually really like, and you're too focused on the numbers.
Common seller mistake?
Ego, letting your ego get in the way.
That's a good one. Best staging tip?
Depersonalize, but also show, I know this is kind of counterintuitive, but show some personality. Just for it not to be too bland, but allow the buyers to see themselves in the apartment.
Offer or wait?
Offer, because you never know. You never know the individual seller expectation or motivation. Always offer, and don't wait, you're going to lose.
Cash or mortgage?
If you have the cash and it makes sense and the interest rates make sense, then cash. But also, majority of wealthy clients leverage, and that's how you make the most amount of money, is leveraging and have that money do something else.
Great advice. Key to selling fast?
Hire the right broker and present in the best possible light.
Condo or co-op?
It depends. Condo for the ease of the purchase and for the freedom and flexibility afterwards. Co-op, probably for a bigger apartment.
Open house essential?
Scents. Diffusers and scents.
Always needed to smell nice.
Yes.
Best negotiation tactic?
Time. Yeah, allow time to be your friend.
Biggest client concern?
Overpaying. Yeah, overpaying or underselling, depending on which side you're on.
First time buyer advice?
First time buyer advice, get out, get early, walk the streets, walk the buildings, walk the apartments, and get a feel for it. You have to go through your own process, and everybody's timeline is different, but you can't feel comfortable in making an offer unless you've gone through that and seen enough.
Hardest part of the job?
The job is really hard. You're managing expectations, so being able to manage everyone's expectations can be difficult.
And the most rewarding moments?
Making people happy. Generally, making people happy, and usually it's towards the end of the transaction or whenever you have a contract signed. It's very rewarding, and typically people are very grateful for the service that you give them, and it's a really nice feeling.
Biggest deal breaker?
Micromanaging.
Okay. Secret to great service?
Secret to great service, treat people like you like to be treated. I always like to put myself in other people's shoes, and what would I like to see from if I was receiving that information or if I was receiving that service, and trying to always put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Best way to market?
Pick up the phone. Yeah, old school. Pick up the phone and get your face into events and in front of as many people as possible.
Nice. Social media must-haves?
Hire someone to do it for you.
Video or photos?
A little bit of both. I think changing it up. Video brings more personality, but a really executed photo, really strong executed photo can go a long way as well.
And I know we talked about staging, but how important do you think staging is?
It's essential. I mean, empty apartments and empty rooms look a lot smaller than they are. Sometimes, owners can't afford to sell or to stage, so it's an expense that they may not have. But if you can, it goes a long way, and it really maximizes sale price.
Most overlooked marketing tool?
Most overlooked marketing tool? Your phone. Picking up your phone and calling people. It's easy.
Best way to get leads?
Again, getting yourself out there to as many people as possible. And usually through referrals is the best way. I was never strong on online leads.
Flyers or digital ads?
I love flyers. I love postcards and mailers. Yeah.
Open houses or virtual tours?
Open houses, always. You have to really get in and feel for it. I see some brokers now doing the goggles and thinking that that's the way forward, and all can make sense at the appropriate time. But for the most part, you have to get in there and feel it and see it.
Best CRM system?
Well, we're at Compass, so Compass have built their incredible CRM system, so there's no way anybody else can be better.
Where do you think real estate will be in 10 years?
I think it'll still be orientated heavily around the broker, especially in New York because it's so complex here. You have all these different AI companies coming in and trying to replace brokers and trying to cut the brokerage fees and commissions, which I think can work in other markets possibly, but I don't think there's going to be too much change.
Key to closing fast?
Being organized, super organized, making sure everything is clear and free, and having the right people around you and the right team around you.
Hardest part of negotiations?
Managing egos. Managing egos is definitely the hardest part of the negotiations.
And how to handle counteroffers?
I like to old school, old fashioned, write down on a piece of paper and see and try to predict next stages and trying to predict where the opposition or the other side wants to land and work back from that. It's typically a good strategy.
What kills deals?
The wrong people in the places that they're not supposed to be in, and the wrong expectations kill deals.
Easiest deal ever?
They don't exist.
Worst deal ever?
I don't like to say there's any worst deal. There are tough and difficult deals, but I don't think there's any worst deal.
Well, with that, most stressful moment?
It's a stressful job, period. Most stressful moment, I guess, it's, if you're not able to sell anything and you're always up against the clock, expectations are really high. So I think it's, for the most part, it's trying to manage your own stress levels and having something outside of work to keep that stress level down.
Best feeling in real estate?
Making people happy. Yeah.
Best ways to avoid delays?
Being organized, having the right people in the place.
And how to handle tough clients?
I think just everybody has to be on the same page of expectations, and you set that up on the first point of contact. And once you have that done, then it should be able to go smoothly, a lot smoother along the line. But I mean, it's a stressful process, and the stakes are high, especially in the higher price points. But I think, look, as long as you're showing people that you're working for, that you're doing everything in your power and you're over communicating, then you should be good.
Favorite New York City neighborhood?
I mean, I'm an Upper West Side guy, so it's going to be the Upper West Side for me. If you want to get like more authentic and raw, New York, it's probably not got too gentrified yet. It's the Lower East Side. It's always a little bit more edgy. But Upper West Side, you have Central Park, dogs and strollers.
Nice. Dream home style?
Dream home style. I change. It depends on my mood, whether it's a penthouse in the city like this or whether it's something in the country.
A must-have home feature?
I must have a fireplace. Yeah, so hard to find in the city, but once you get it, you'll never want to live anywhere else without one.
Like this apartment has
I love
one.
this fireplace, yeah.
Beautiful. Biggest home trend?
Biggest home trend is smart features. So whether it's locks, lights, audio, scents, everything kind of being smart.
Favorite luxury listing?
This one that I'm in.
Amazing. City or beach house?
City or beach house? I like a bit of both. City for midweek, beach for the weekend.
Ooh.
Well, maybe country at the weekend, actually.
Most expensive home seen?
I lose track, but I guess I've seen the ones on Billionaires Row. They're probably up there with the most expensive in the world, so probably one of them.
A book every agent should read.
A book every agent should read. I'm not a big reader. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. And a motto you live by?
One day at a time.
That's a good one. Favorite way to unwind?
With my family. Chilling out in the evening, putting my son to bed, and spending some time with my wife, Sarah.
We love family time. If not real estate, then what?
I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think real estate is always going to be probably embedded in my life because it's the access to people and networks that I love. But it's probably going to be something involving real estate.
One word to describe yourself.
Hardworking. Is that 2 words?
We can make it one. Favorite thing about this apartment?
When we were in the kitchen, the Lacanche stove I'm obsessed with. The fireplace and the views. The views were spectacular.
And what's next for you?
Who knows? Big question mark. But it's always going to be something bigger and better.
Well, I'm excited for you. And thank you so much for taking the time today to answer our 73 questions.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.